Hello everyone, welcome back to ESA Summer Online. Still raising money here for the Alzheimer Fund, and if you would like to donate, links can be found below the stream. And also a big thanks to Kaspersky, Twitch, and VideoSonic for sponsoring this event. Without them, this event would definitely not be possible. And yeah, here we got coming up Splatoon by PeekingBoo. Good luck, PeekingBoo. It's gonna be a good one.
Thank you. Hi, what's up everybody? So this is Splatoon Dance Pad All Scrolls. We've done Splatoon on the ESA channel in the past where we did any percent, but this time we're going to do pretty much the equivalent of the 100% category. And I will just kind of say just before we get into it that even though this is a dance pad run, technically I'm using a like a full DDR arcade setup. So what I mean by that exactly is if I just swing the camera around, okay, I guess I don't have camera control. I actually have a full Dance Revolution setup. So in addition to the 8 pads below me, I've got 6 buttons across the front of the machine as well that I'll be using. On top of that, Splatoon is a bit of a pain as far as running goes because the entire game can't be done with dance pads. And I'll explain what that means in just a moment, but let's just begin our run, starting from our countdown from 3. So 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so the reason this can't be completely done with dance pads is because the tutorial is part of the run, and the tutorial is locked behind motion controls. And so before I can even start my run, before you can even do anything in Splatoon, you have to do this tutorial. And you have to use the gamepad. There's no other way around it. I wouldn't be able to adjust my camera, I wouldn't be able to aim or do pretty much anything. So I've kind of taken the liberty of saying, well, even though it is a dance pad run, and even though we're stuck with this tutorial, I'll still count it as a dance pad run because, you know, it's a technicality. It's either I don't run the game at all, or I run it with this little caveat here. So let's just get this tutorial out of the way. And now we don't need to worry about that ever again anymore. That's the whole thing that we just did. So pretty much from here on out, the game is going to introduce all of the different things that we're not going to be paying attention to at all. So we're not going to be paying attention to the lobby, we're not going to be paying attention to the battle dojo, or any of the weapons or equipment shops. The only thing we're going to be paying attention to is the Octa Valley, which is the campaign. But we can't even enter the campaign until it tells us about everything. So yeah, here we go. I guess the main things you need to know about Splatoon is that everything is kind of wonky. So I'll direct you to the dance pad input display at the bottom left of the screen. So over here, I've got my left and right to look left and right, okay? I've got my up and down to look up and down, but I can only move one direction, which is forwards. So if I need to move backwards or move to the left or the right, I kind of can't do that. To move to the left, I have to look left and then hold up. That's kind of the awkwardness that we're going to be dealing with. On top of that, Splatoon is a bit of a weird game to navigate as well, because in order to move fast, you need to spray ink on the floor and then swim through it, which means I need to use my shoot button, which is here, and my squid button, which is here, to swim. And then all the way over here is my jump button. So it's a bit of a workout. Right, I think we're finally done through all of this stuff now, so I can go into the options menu that you guys can't see and switch off the motion controls. Now, I'll put that gamepad away. And believe it or not, we're actually going to still be using the gamepad through some of this run as well. I figured since we're doing it in the tutorial and there's no way around it, we may as well take advantage of everything that the Wii U has to offer. So the gamepad actually shows where certain enemies are on the screen, which you guys can't see, so you just have to assume that I'm magic and psychic. And it also lets me use the touchscreen to just quickly navigate around the world map. So I'm just going to do that for a little bit. But essentially, we're recruited by this old dude, Captain Cuttlefish, to bring back the Great Zapfish, which is the source of all of their power. So without the great Zapfish, I guess they're kind of just sitting in ruin at the moment. And so it's up to us to go and rescue it from those evil octolings. So here we go. This is everything that I just mentioned in action. So squidding makes you go into the pots, which is how you enter the stage. And like I said, I can only move forward and I can only kind of look left and right and up and down, but it's a bit awkward. If you've ever played any game with tank controls like Tomb Raider or something like that, that's basically how I'm playing this. Okay. So just let me get my bearings real quick. It's a little tricky to get started with Splatoon, but okay, I didn't get hit, so I can take a free hit on that one. And yeah, that's the main thing of the game. You know, okay, still got him. So the one great thing about this game is that the AI is actually really, really dumb. Like, really dumb. They basically aim directly at where you are, and if you throw a grenade, they just look at the grenade. They completely ignore you. So sometimes when I'm like, you know, in a pretty tense situation, it might just be easy if I just throw a grenade right out in front of me, and then all of the enemies will just look at it, and I can just kind of, you know, go on by without any issue whatsoever. Alright, now, the thing that separates all scrolls from any percent is pretty much in every stage we're going to be collecting one collectible, which is that scroll in the crate you just saw me get a moment ago. So, I think we're going to be doing about 27 stages, plus 5 bosses. And the game's not complete unless we get every single scroll in every stage. So, let's just go on through. Now, the majority of the functions in this game are relatively similar. So, most of the stages are sorted into different objectives, whether it be kill all the enemies in an area, collect the key and then unlock these doors, or just get from point A to point B. But all of it combined lets you do something like that. So there you go, that's stage 1. I'm just going to take a moment to catch my breath. Okie doke. We're done with stage 1. Now we go over to stage 2. And each stage introduces one, different thing that wasn't in the previous stage. So, in this stage we had those little dudes that just run at you and explode. Thankfully, if you kill them before they run at you, you don't need to worry about anything. It also introduces these burst balloons, which when you hit those, they make a huge... Oh, please. Please. They make a huge explosion of ink that lets you swim up it really, really quickly and easily. And it also kills every enemy in the area, so it's a super quick way to get everything done. And it also introduces these balls. These guys are annoying. They bounce off your shots, but if they get stuck in your ink, you can kill them easily. So, I always try to make sure that I make a path in front of me that they can get stuck in, but sometimes they choose not to. We're going to see that later, when they choose not to get stuck, and then everything's just a bad time. Alright. There we go, he got stuck. Oh, there he goes. So just like I mentioned a moment ago, I can't strafe left or right. So to get up here, I have to rotate the camera slightly and then just hope that I manage to get around the wall. So any walls where I have to move left or right is, I don't know, it's a bit awkward, to say the least. We want to bounce that ball away so we can swim up here, so we can hit this balloon, so we can swim up here. Unfortunately, didn't ink the surface fully. And movement in this game entirely depends on how effectively you're inking the surfaces. Okay. Get away from me, dude. So yeah, if I don't ink the surface that I'm trying to climb up or traverse through, I get stuck. I get stuck and there's like nothing I can do except wait and ink the surface again, and then hopefully from there I can move a bit faster. Okay, so now we get to use the ink cannon, which is an OP weapon that is in certain parts of the game, just to let you get a lot of ink coverage real quickly. Can we get up here before this squeegee gets it? Seems good. Okay, awesome. Uh-oh, uh-oh! Okay. Okay, that was a bit scary. And stage 2 is done. Alright. So that's scroll number 2 collected. I should probably mention when I'm actually collecting them, because a lot is happening in these stages. And a lot more is about to start happening, because if you thought it was already awkward enough controlling a third-person shooter with dance pads, well, we're going to turn that on its head, and we're going to turn me on my side, because this is where we introduce Squid Jumps. So Squid Jumps are a fast way of jumping across big gaps, like here. And because my jump button is very far away... Oh no. Because my jump button is very far away, this is how I have to do it. And you're going to see that all through this run. So, if you've ever wanted to see a grown man do half push-ups / half burpees, then yeah. This is the place for you. It's so awkward, dude. I can't even with it. Uh-oh. Okay. Also, I feel it's suitable to mention that this stage is very ESA themed. It's got a good color scheme going for it. Now, the good thing about the scrolls in this game is that they're pretty much never hidden. They're almost... Uh-oh. Okay. I lost my footing for a second there. They're almost always in plain sight, but you just have to do a different challenge in order to get them. Okay. Get around that. So for example, we needed to climb up on that pillar, and then jump across to that other pillar. It's very awkward to do. In any percent, we don't need to worry about it, but... very exhausting. I also just realized that usually I'm not talking while I'm doing these jumps. Makes it hard. I should have practiced that. Oh, did that ink? Oh, barely. Come on. You hate to see it. So this is what I mentioned a moment ago about how if you don't get the right ink coverage, it ends up being a bit of a bad time. Because if I didn't hit that wall correctly and then jump towards it, you know, I would have just fallen down. I could have died. There could have been all sorts of things. By the way, Shadow, if you have any donations that you'd like to read, by all means.
All right. Well, we don't have any donations to read out currently, but I mean, this is then a perfect time for me to mention that we still got a big donation incentive open right now for including an extra run to the marathon, which is going to be SM64 16-star. We already are going to have simply run 70-star randomizer, but if this donation incentive gets met, he'll, on top of that, we'll also do a regular SM64 16-star run. And that game, if you've never seen the speedrun of it, it's really, really broken. So if you'd like to see more SM64, make sure to make that happen. Right now it's $3,750 out of 10,000, but I believe we can make it. Like, everyone has been so generous so far, and yeah, I believe.
Yeah, thank you everybody for contributing to this cause. Y'all give yourselves a pat on the back. Alright, so we're in the first boss of the game. So there's 5 bosses total. They're all relatively easy. I'm gonna try and get a quick cycle on this. Oh, I didn't ink properly. And there you go. I didn't ink properly, so I couldn't get up. It's very hard to do that, but it's worth a shot. So all this guy does is just face plant. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay. And then when he face plants, you just climb up the side of his head. Easy peasy. So just one more and then this guy's out. Oh. Dang it. It's so hard to get, man. Those one cycles are so hard to get. Alright, here we go, here we go. So we'll go up here, go up here. No. That's pretty much on pace with how quickly I usually do it anyway, so I don't feel bad about it. But it has the potential to be so much faster. And finally, we just surf towards the goal. When you beat the boss, you get a scroll. So that's how you get that one. And that's World 1, fully done. Alright, so we have a few more cutscenes going on here. Unfortunately, they're unskippable, and I can't even speed the text up, so if you guys want to read it, by all means, because there's nothing stopping you. Now, all these scrolls do when you collect them is just give you, I guess, a bit of lore about the world of Splatoon and stuff like that. A lot of it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, and I don't feel like you're more enlightened by actually reading them, but, you know, it's something. It's something. It gives you something to shoot for, I guess. So this is where the game shows you that actually stages are in a completely random order. So we're going to go up here, for example. Oh my goodness, the ink coverage. We're going to go up here, and even though we just did stage 3, we're now doing stage 7. And after we do stage 7, we'll do stage 4, and then stage 8, 6, and 5. So... Alright, so here we are. This stage introduces the spreaders, which are these long bars of bar. And what they do is when they cover an area, they cover it in the enemy's ink. So once again, we've got an ESA themed stage of the nice purple and yellow, which is great. So we're going to try and make that look as ESA-ish as possible. Okay, there's enemies hidden all in the ink. We don't mind those. Want to hit this so we can get straight up here. And there is actually a way to swim faster up the wall. If you jump while swimming like that, you actually jump up the wall faster. But as you guys have seen, in order for me to jump while swimming, I have to hit the deck. And that is very uncomfortable, so I try to reserve it for situations where I might not make my jump. Or I might not make a cycle or something like that. Because it's very tiring. So we go under this stage to find the quote-unquote hidden scroll. And there you go. That's a situation where I want to jump up the wall to move faster. Because those spreaders going across the wall will erase my ink, and if they do that, then I fall back down again. Okay. But like I keep mentioning, thankfully the AI is just really dumb. Sometimes they get some really lucky shots on you. But for the most part, they don't really know where you are or what you're doing. Or how to dispose of you. Oh, I missed. And if you guys are wondering how all of this is connected up, basically I have DDR connected to my computer, and it's sending its inputs across. So sort of like a keyboard. And then I have a device plugged into it called the Titan 1, which is like this adapter for connecting consoles to your keyboard. Or keyboard to your consoles, I should say. And that's pretty much it. I just send keystrokes from my computer over to my Wii U. Alright. So now we've entered the Gusher stage. Not really a whole lot to say about these things. Just whenever you shoot the valves, it makes a big geyser appear. And you can use that to kind of cover yourself and also boost yourself up like that. Alright, so we'll cover this wall. We'll ignore that cube dude, who I guess is a child of the boss we just fought. Okay. Get straight through there. Now it's actually very easy to die in this game. I'm actually kind of lucky that I haven't yet, but sometimes the enemy's ink will cover you enough. Good timing. Sometimes the enemy's ink will cover you enough that you just explode. And because I missed my first target, it put me in trouble there a bit. There we go. So that's what happens if you die. Okay, he dead. Go through here. There's the enemy, there's the scroll. And then all you do from there... Can I make the cycle? Oh, perfect. That was awesome. If I didn't die, that would have been really, really good. Okay. You know what? We're done with stage 4 now. We did stage 7, we've just done stage 4. I actually didn't mention it because I was talking about something else, but we unlocked stage 5 through all of this as well, just by walking past it. And I'm going to be using the touchscreen later to warp to it, because it's just faster. Alrighty, so now we do stage 8. And this is probably the closest thing you'll see me do to multiplayer Splatoon. So these stages in the campaign take the battle maps from online and put you against some AI opponents. And all you have to do is get from one end to the other. It's kind of like a turf war, except you don't really have to capture anything. So an enemy always spawns there, so we kill it. We ink that. Uh-oh, I missed. I want to go this way so I don't get hit. Go through these boxes, we get a free ink rail that takes us to this ink rail. Here comes a grenade. It's pretty much the same thing every time. They're very scripted. All right.
Can I come in for a few donations?
Absolutely.
All right, thank you. We have a $5 donation from Emily saying, "This fitness block is the dumbest thing I've seen. I love it. Please never stop." And we also have a $5 donation from Anonymous saying, "Nothing like walking up in IKEA, land to some coffee, and then spat Splatoon. Time you kangaroo down, spaw."
Oh my goodness.
Thanks so much for those donations.
Man, even though I'm Australian, I haven't heard that song since I was a kid. And I just got flashbacks. Okay. So, you might recognize this stage as the tutorial stage where I couldn't use the dance pads. Thankfully, since we have to redo the stage anyway, I kind of treat it as though we're doing the stage, you know? We're doing the whole game with dance pads. Isn't that great? Now we don't need to worry about that technicality of the tutorial, because we go back and do it again anyway. Okay, don't kill me. Oh, okay, that was close. So, the difference between this stage and the tutorial, though, is that this stage has an ink striker at the end. Which is basically just some huge dude that's, you know, sending these massive, massive drops of ink on me. Oh, and thankfully it's super easy to manipulate. If you want it to land on you, stand still. And if you want it to... Oh, okay. And if you want it to go ahead of you, just move a tiny bit beforehand. So just like that, I manipulated it to drop on me so that I could climb up the wall. And so now we're going to face the dude head on by getting right up next to him so he can't do his strike attack, and then just blow him up. And then there's the Zapfish right in the middle. Okie doke. So far, so good. This hasn't had many bad things happening, which is great. I will assure you though, even though the enemies in this game are very easy, the platforming in this game, especially with dance pads, gets pretty tricky. So we're going to go over to stage 6 now. And stage 6 doesn't really have a whole lot going for it. It's just a propeller stage. And by that I mean there are platforms that have propellers on them. Like here. And when you shoot them, they move. And it's a cool little gimmick. A lot of stages end up using it. So it's a nice tutorial to get you used to the gimmick, I suppose. Now for the most part, I just want to ignore as many enemies as I can. Scroll is hidden under this propeller platform. And then it takes me back here so I can get on here. Gotta ink this wall. Oh, almost didn't make it. Okay. Once again, we'll shoot this propeller, go over to this area. And unlike the previous areas, this area is kind of a kill room, which I'm not doing a good job of. Ugh. Okay. And finally, the last checkpoint of the stage. I need more ink though. I'm running very low. Because I need to throw a grenade up at this guy. So that he stops shooting at me. Yeah, and then I need to get up there. Okay, now this jump's kind of scary. I have to squid jump and then go out of squid form just before I land. Because that particular platform is grated. And I don't think I've mentioned it at all. But when you're on a grated platform and you squid, you actually slip through it. So you're going to see certain situations where I don't go into squid form. And that's because if I do, I'm going to fall straight through and die. Alright. Now I did mention before that I unlocked stage 5. And it's solely so that when I get here, I can just tap on the touch screen, which is very far away from the pads. And it'll walk me straight there. So, since I'm using the gamepad's touchscreen to see enemies, we may as well use it to touch it. Okay. So these enemies that explode on me, they're actually pretty easy. As long as you kill one of them, you can't die from getting hit by the other. And they're always in groups of 2. So as long as you get rid of one, you're completely safe. Okay. Now this part's a little bit annoying. You have to kind of ink the area so that these guys get stuck. If they go around the back, it gets a little annoying, but thankfully they cooperated a little bit. If you just leave them rolling, they keep hitting the sponge in the middle and you can't climb up. So you do have to dispose of them. Okay. Wait for him to get stuck. Okay, I need to get hit by one of these. Hello, come here. Thank you. Because they shrink the sponge, which lets you go through here to get the scroll. And now since there's only one of them remaining, even if I got hit by it, I wouldn't die, so that's nice. Sponge that hit. Climb up here. Alright, time for the awkward part of the run. The only reason this is awkward is because if you try to rush it, you do get punished for it. So, since we're in a marathon run, I'm just going to take it slow. But even at home I take it slow. Actually, I am home. I don't know why I said that. But you know what I mean. Even on my home channel. So we use the ink cannon from the second stage to shoot all of those sponges. button. Thank you. All right. One other thing that I haven't mentioned at all through all of this run so far is that we've been collecting these little orange orbs, which are like the roe eggs that you've probably seen a lot in Salmon Run in Splatoon 2. So these things are actually used to unlock weapons and weapon upgrades. Actually, they don't unlock weapons at all, they just make your gun shoot faster. But in order to do that, I need to get 600 of them. And I'm only at 426 at the moment, so... Alright. So here we are at boss number 2. And I think this boss is cute. If you look really close at it, just below its face, it's got like these two little sneakers. And then he gets all mad. So all we want to do is just bait it to the left. Shoot the tentacle that's poking out. Climb up its side. And then blow up the tentacle that's inside. Rinse and repeat that 2 more times. And we should be good. All right. So every time his nose kind of glows red, it means he's about to do a big burst attack. But thankfully, if we just move when it glows red, we won't get hit. Final phase. So once again, we're going to bait it to the left so we can hit the middle one without consequence. Oops, I did a poor job of that. Ugh. Okay. And we want to hear that audio cue of it taking aim at me. Because if you don't hear it taking aim, there's a chance that it'll shoot you when you're trying to shoot it. Okay, there we go. Done. So just like the first boss, I get in the surfer position and I hit the grenade button, which is one of my shoulder buttons, you could call it. There we go, that's the octanozzle done. Oh, that's right, I always forget this cutscene starts. Okay. There you go, World 2. We'll get that scroll, it's going to show us where to go next. We've restored power to this area. And so because of that, the barrier explodes and we can leave. I'm going to throw a grenade ahead of me so that when it explodes, it opens up this ink rail that I can swim across. And just before I land, I want to make as much ink on the floor as I can, just so I can try and swim through it as fast as possible. So we'll get to there, get up there, get up there. All right. So once again, we're on a grated surface, so I can't ink and I can't swim through it. Now we get up to one of the cooler stages in this game. So this is the invisible stage. And so all of the platforms pretty much are invisible. You have to reveal them by putting ink on the floor. Alright, now I might die here. Just a heads up. Oh, we're all good. Sometimes she gets around me and I can't turn around in time. But it's all good, we got there. Okay. We're gonna swim under this guy when he jumps. Actually, we won't even wait. Pretty much just ignore every enemy. ink the surface ahead of them so they get stuck and explode when you shoot them. Jump off the edge, because that's where the hidden scroll is. So once again, we'll go out here. Climb on up. So this whole thing's an invisible wall. One of the few that's actually intended by the devs, I guess. Uh-oh. Okay. Alright, that was all great. I actually thought I was gonna die. So once again, an invisible path. Have to find our way through. This whole area is invisible as well. Thankfully, we know where to go. That enemy likes to get in my way, so I take the slow way around. Okay. And it's actually a bad idea to go and shoot ink up the middle, because that dude is always in the middle. So you should shoot up one side and then down the other. Okay. Okay. Now remember how I said when you climb up a wall, I can't really rotate the camera? If I jump out of the wall, like here, that lets me rotate the camera more so I can move across. But if I do that at the wrong time, then I end up just getting on top of the wall and it becomes really awkward. Uh-oh, uh-oh. You hate to see it. Alright. Okay, so this is a cheeky little thing you can do. Where the enemies don't spawn. Ugh. The enemies don't spawn until after you land on the platform they're on. And so you can just kind of get around them. That was a bit scary though, I will admit. Okay. So you can see these stages are starting to become more and more like labyrinths. Oh good, I missed. Try that again. And so having the optimal route, especially for me using the pads, is super important. So I go up here so I can get that ink rail. And then I go over to here, because it's the closest stage after getting that ink rail. Okay. Now this stage introduces the scrolling platforms that you're seeing here. And it also shows that you can jump through netting. Oh boy. Oh boy. Up you go. Up you go. That was scary. You can jump through netting if you go in squid form. Will I make this cycle? Ooh, okay. Okay. All part of the plan. So we completely ignore those enemies by just absolutely debating them into thinking that we're going one way and then we go another. So we ignore all the obstacles because the scroll is over here. Once we collect it, we can go back. Since that wall's gone in, we can kill these dudes. Good. And the wall will come out again. So everything's very much on a cycle here, and you can lose a lot of time just by being late to a cycle. We'll ink that. Ink that. There we go, we have our wall. That was bad. Uh-oh. Okay, so this is an awkward moment where I don't really know what to do, actually. No! I lost my footing, dude. And that just cost me like 30 seconds. So now we have to go down here. We have to collect the scroll again. We have to go back up. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. Okay. This enemy's not going to go away until I make him. Okay. So yeah, it's a little awkward. Ignore that guy. Wait for that guy, I guess, to get right in my face. Okay. Oh no. Okay. I can't risk that. Ordinarily, I would try to go for it, but because I didn't ink that part very well, that could have resulted in my death. So up we go. And up we go here. And there you go, that's how the stage should have gone, but 30 seconds ago. Actually, that cost me about a minute. Wow. I guess I underestimated that.
Can I come in with a donation?
Absolutely.
All right, thank you. We got a $15 donation from Anonymous saying, donating towards SM64. Thanks for supporting this great cause. Thank you so much for your donation. So yeah, right now we're still making good progress with that. Every little bit helps, and we're approaching that SM64 bonus run. Like, it's getting closer and closer, but please still keep donating because we still got quite a bit of money to go.
Okay, so this is another one of those battle stages. And so once again, we're fighting Octolings. And there's a specific route that I take here to avoid as much conflict as possible. Unfortunately, I went too far to the left there, and now we have to do the whole stage again. So, let's just try that one more time. We'll kill that one. Okay, we'll leave her alive. Doesn't really matter. So I want to hug the right here. Wow, dude. Okay, they are being relentless today. Like, you're seeing that. It's just maybe I get hit by 2 shots and I'm dead. Like... Right, we'll ignore her again because she's ignoring us. Please, thank you. There we go, we got there in the end. Alright, so now it's safe from here on out. So standing in the enemy's ink makes you super vulnerable to their attacks. And so you want to try and clear it out as fast as you can so that you're not vulnerable. Alright, well, thanks to all of these shenanigans over the last couple of stages, I am now exactly 1 second ahead of my PB. So, we're doing great right now. So let's keep going. We can bring this back. Huh! One of the rare non-Squid Jumps. And it's kind of funny I say that we can bring this back because we've just added the flooded junkyard, which is actually RNG. So sometimes this guy moves, sometimes he stops. He stopped. Thank you, dude. Oh, but we got a second bout of good RNG there, at least, because that guy was in the middle instead of down the left. So, GG. Let's keep moving. All right. So this is one of those very cycle-based stages where you're kind of stuck behind a moving enemy that you can't get past. I just threw a grenade down there to open up an ink rail that we're going to use later. We're actually going to do a leap of faith in a moment. Hello? video game. Thank you. Scroll is hidden under the Leap of Faith platform. So instead of following the cycle around and going back, I'm actually just going to jump off here. Yay. I'm glad that worked. So over we go. We're going to get this safety armor because these enemies like to just ruin my day. Alright. Another checkpoint. Just mow through everything that's in my path. So we have to go down here because the way we have to actually go is over here, but it's locked. So we had to go around to find the key. So we shoot the propeller, throw the grenade to distract them, and away we go. Don't turn right. Ah, you're a jerk. Okay, so I can see, oh man, I can see these guys on my Wii U gamepad TM, and they are in really bad spots. I'm just trying to find this hidden enemy here, which is popping up right there. Then that, help, 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 help. Okay. Okay, we're good. Oh no. Thank goodness we had the safety armor, right? There we go, we're free, dudes. That stage is super scary. Alrighty. Yeah. So we've just done stage 12. Now we're going to do stage 10. Actually, do I have enough eggs yet? I do not. I was 6 short. So unfortunately, I do have to do this stage first, which isn't a bad thing. This is usually when I end up upgrading my weapon. But obviously, the sooner you upgrade your weapon, the better, so that you can dispose of everything a bit faster. All right. We're going to swing down here, ignore pretty much every enemy. This is just a very detached ink rail stage. All you have to do is just get to each area, hit the ink rail, and then get to the next area. The only time that differs is actually right at the end of the stage. But yeah, for the most part, we can just ignore everything. I have to pay attention to where these guys are. They're going to be on the left, on the right. I use the boxes to my advantage to hide from them, and then destroy them without them hitting me. Yay. Alright. Scroll is hidden around the back here. Oops. And so we'll go back to the front. Go up this central quarter pipe, use the box as a shield, and swim up the middle and ignore the enemies. Whoa, 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 alright, ink rail. Don't know what that was about. Bounce off here, throw the grenade. Hey, he died, he got distracted. Go back to the middle with the super weapon. Oh, I missed. Dang, I missed again. Okay, where is he? Save the easy one to last. Alright. That's like the last difficult part of the stage, so that's a feels good right there. Okay, this is just a quick and easy jump from one pillar to the next. Almost died. Alright. And so finally we can upgrade our weapon. And it won't look like much. I'll say that right now. The only thing we're upgrading is our ink capacity, and our fire rate. So fire rate, go up. And ink capacity, go up. And there you go, that's everything. That's the only upgrade we do for the whole run. But it makes it so much easier to just, you know, get from point A to B now. And speaking of getting from point A to B, now we're going to have some awkward situations where... Uh-oh. Huh? Where these ink strikers are going to try and ruin my day. So I need to be mindful about where I'm moving. And I also need to be mindful about how fast I'm moving. So I want to stand still here so that it baits the ink strike, so that I can just run up here without dying. Okay. Just ignore all of this stuff, and we're done. So once again, just have to find the big dude, load him up with ink, and that's the end of that stage. Hey. Okay, so we're up to the final boss. Well, not, sorry, I shouldn't say final boss. We're up to the boss of World 3. The final stage of World 3, I should say. Now, the last time I had a run of Splatoon during ESA was actually ESA Movember 2018, and I did Splatoon any percent. Now, anyone that's familiar with the any percent category knows that after this fight is the World 4 skip. Honestly, even though that skip is hard, I kind of wish we could do that because the World 4 as a whole is actually really hard. Like, for whatever reason, Nintendo made World 4 the hardest world in the game and also the easiest to skip. And it's gonna be rough. Like, if you thought I was having a hard time now, or if you thought I made this look easy now, like, World 4 is gonna change our perspective on things, I think. So this is the Octawhirl. He's a big clam. And all he's gonna do is just spin around and roll at me. So, we're just gonna let him do that. I'm gonna stand in the middle. Ink the surface so he gets stuck. Turn around, aim up a tiny bit, shoot the tentacle. Now keep an eye on this boss, right? This transition is very confusing. So you saw I jumped out to the edge of the screen from the middle. The boss is in the middle right now. The boss is on the edge right now. Right? No one's in the middle. And now I'm in the middle. Now ain't that just confusing? But if I didn't point that out to you, you probably wouldn't have noticed. Okay, so we've inked the whole surface. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And so yeah, once again, same thing. Now the only part that makes this last phase harder is that part of the platforms become glass, and you can't put ink on glass for whatever reason. But that's okay. I don't think I mentioned it all, but there's just certain surfaces that you can't ink. 1, 2, 3. I guess because it doesn't really get in your way all that much. Alright, there you go. We're getting our surfer pose. Let's go. Oh boy, I almost didn't collect the scroll. I almost had to redo that entire stage. Woo! Can you imagine? Can you imagine how embarrassing that would be?
Can I take a small moment here to talk a little bit about why we're raising money here?
Absolutely, go ahead.
All right, thank you. So yeah, for everyone still watching, we're currently ESA is raising money for the Alzheimerfonden, the Swedish national fundraising organization focusing on Alzheimer's disease and other dementia-related diseases. Right now, Alzheimer's is the sixth leading cause of death in the United States, and on average, a person with Alzheimer's lives 4 to 8 years after diagnosis, but can live as long as 20 years depending on other factors. And therefore, it's still so important that there's still no cure for Alzheimer's, and that's why they're working so hard on doing everything they can to find a cure for that. Every donation you make during this event will go towards the Alzheimer Foundation, and the sooner we can cure this disease, the better, I would say.
Okay. So we're in World 4 now. So like I said, in any percent, we actually skip this entire world. Oh, I was too close to the edge there. Let's do this again. But in all scrolls, we have to do all of it. And to make it even worse, all of the stages are hard. So here we go. This is the first hard stage in World 4. Okay, so this whole thing is cycle based. We got these. Please don't hurt me. We got these things spinning around. I need to make sure I make it onto one of these. Okay. Okay, so here it comes. So I need to get on this. Need to not die. Dispose of these dudes. Ink this part. Get to the edge. I want to kind of aim at that light there. Okay. I got the jump. All that just so I could get a nice quick cycle on collecting that scroll. So yay. But it's not over yet. If I don't make it across this gap, we'd have to do that whole thing again. So I'm glad I did. It was a bit nerve-wracking. Okay. Jump off here. Please make the cycle. Oh, okay. Okay. I couldn't make the cycle. Decided to bail out. It's a very exhausting stage to do quickly. Alrighty, over we go. Now, thankfully, some cycles don't start until you reach a certain point. Like this one, for example. So no matter what I do here, I do have to wait for this. Oh, nice. You take those. All right. So next section, get this shield, shoot her on top or not. Enemy's gonna land on the other side. Up, 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 up. She tried to get away from me. Okay, we're good. All right. So there you go. That is the first stage in World 4, stage 18.
Could I have a quick moment here?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So yeah, for now, so far, thanks to everyone donating. It's been super amazing how much people have been donating. Right now, my shift is over here, but I'm gonna leave you in the capable hands of Tiny Tim. It's like super amazing. So I'm sure you'll be all good. So yeah, that's quickly what I wanted to mention. Good luck with the rest, and yeah, enjoy the rest of the marathon, everyone.
See you, Shadow.
Hello there, folks. How are we doing this morning? My name is TinyKim78, taking over for the hosting for the next couple of runs. How are you getting on? Are you enjoying your run so far?
I am, yeah. Yeah, it's going better than I was hoping, so I can't complain at all. And how are you today?
Fantastic. I'm very good, thank you. Yes, just got up and raring to go.
Oh,
so
man.
Remember, folks, you're watching ESA Summer online, raising money for Alzheimerfonden. Please keep those donations coming in. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I just got up myself, honestly. I was stupid enough to have a really late night and then wake up, pretty much an hour before the run. So I'm a little stiff, but we'll get there. Okay, so, I'm trying to remember what the gimmick of this stage is. I think it's just a little bit of everything. Just a little bit of everything that, yeah, what does this stage have that's different to every other stage? I guess it has these propeller walls. I don't think we had those before. So basically, you have to shoot the propeller to bring the wall out. And if you don't do it enough, or if you don't get up here fast enough, then you're stuck and you have to go back again. Okay. If I stand on this platform, up, 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 up. Spray that propeller over there. And here we go. I think this is the main gimmick of the stage here. We have to get this ink cannon. Oops. Okay, we have to bring the platform over here. And now it becomes an auto-scroller, which also means if I die, I have to go back to the start of this auto-scroller. Okay. Okay, thankfully the enemies are easy to dispose of. So that's all of them, and then I have to go over to this wall. I have to ink the whole way up there. And the scroll is here, behind you. And it's super awkward. If I didn't make that jump, I would have died. And if I didn't make that jump, I would have died. So, I'm glad that's over with. Alright, so now all I do is go forward, shoot the one that lands there, activate the bubbler, which is a temporary invincibility. Hello? I actually thought I was gonna die there. Alright, GG. That's the stage done. Hey. Not many more stages left of World 4. World 4 is so mean, dude. Alrighty. So all I gotta do is move forward here. I'm pretty sure... What up? Oh, it's there. Okay. I was trying to find where the grate was. It was right there in front of me. I just couldn't see it because of the geyser. Okay. So
May I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt. I was just going to ask, obviously having just come in, you were just talking there about World 4. In terms of the dance pad, what would you say is the most difficult world to do specifically on dance pad, if that makes a difference, which I'm assuming it does?
Yeah, definitely World 4. World 4 has just a huge amount of platforming challenges, and I guess you could say the AI for the enemies is also ramped up a little bit. So I don't know, you just die very easily and it's very hard to navigate. Which is actually what I was just about to mention here, is that this stage is very cruel. I wish I could say that I'm skilled when it comes to doing this stage, but it's actually kind of luck-based. So I'll show you what I mean by that. You saw I just took some temporary invincibility. Oh, good. Okay, didn't die to that, thankfully. But that was a grade A snipe right there. I unlocked this ink rail earlier so I could get this shield so that as soon as they shoot me and it loses the shield, I have a bit of... Oh wow, we got good luck. Wow. Usually they go through that shield and then they completely obliterate me. So that actually went really well. But yeah, World 4 as a whole, the dance pads is what makes it the hardest. I don't know if it is for a controller player. I've actually never run this with controller. But yeah, for a... Oopsie. Okay. For a dance pad, it's just super awkward. Okay, and I think it's about to get more awkward. If this is the one I'm thinking of. It is. So this one is another cycle-based stage, except instead of things spinning around horizontally, they spin around vertically. So I need to get on top of these spinning pillars, which are very wide on some ends and then thin on other ends. Oh, he's still alive. No. I thought he was dead. Ah, man. Anyway, just ignoring that for a sec, let's try that one more time. I'm just going to completely ignore those enemies and go this way. Even though it's slower, It's less deadly, I guess. Okay, so we'll go up here, we'll get the armor just in case I need it. Okay, up we go. And yeah, if I don't manage to ink the floor before I start climbing up, then everything I've done before that is kind of, I don't know, null and moot. So it's super important that I ink the, oh, okay, we got over the thing. Yeah, it's super important that I ink the floor before I actually start climbing up things, otherwise I'm not going to make it anywhere. Okay. This is awkward. There you go, I inked it wrong. Let's do it again. Now I haven't mentioned the lives system at all in this. It's actually pretty generous. So the way it works, if you look at the top left, there's 3 little icons there. And one of them is grayed out right now because I've died. Every time you get a checkpoint, it replenishes one of those. So technically you have like 3 tries before you have to do the entire stage again. And if you stop dying for a little bit, then it gives you more chances to continue finishing the stage. Okay, up we go. Good. I missed inking the top, so I'm glad I saw that. Okay, scroll is hidden behind you. You have to turn around to get it. Oops, oops, oops. No, I fell down again, dude. It's so tough. And so because I missed that, I now have to wait on this rotating platform. And once again, I have to wait on this rotating platform. The whole thing is very easy to lose time on if you're not careful. Not to mention, just trying to actually, you know, ink all of this stuff. As you saw, I missed the middle here. I think I missed the top there too. Yep. Yeah. That was a bit sloppy. I missed a lot of stuff there. I actually ended up losing about 30 seconds overall, just from all of the death and the struggles and whatnot. But what matters is that we got the scroll. Okay, so we'll go over to here. This takes us back up to the top. And this is World 4's Ink Striker stage, the hardest Ink Striker stage. I do not like this stage whatsoever. Okay, so we'll grab the shield. And we'll swim on through here. The reason why this stage is so awkward is because it has a lot of narrow corridors. Oh. And the enemies just like to get in your way. The other annoying part about it is that the checkpoint I just collected is before you collect the scroll. Which means if I die at any point between here and the next checkpoint, I have to go back through here and collect the scroll again. So I saved that Inkzooka from earlier so that I could kill those dudes that were on the other side of the fence. Go up through the middle here to bait their grenades. Let's get out of here before I die. And so the reason this is the hardest Inkzooka stage, Ink Striker stage I should say, is because they added little barriers around each segment here. Okay, And so it makes it really hard to gain on the ink striker. Go. We just have one more stage of World 4. So far, so
Let me know
good.
when you've got a second for a few words.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, just like to keep everybody informed of how we're getting on with a few of our bid wars that are coming up for the next couple of runs. We have coming up reasonably shortly now, in another hour or so, we have the choice to choose Edna's Fate for Edna and Harvey, the Breakout Anniversary Edition. You can choose the fate of Harvey, Dr. Marcel, and Edna, and you get to see how that works. So you've got two options. We can either destroy Harvey, which is currently $180, or push Dr. Marcel, which is $160. So fairly close at the moment. So please keep your donations coming in if you want to see.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Sorry, don't mind me.
So you keep going.
Oh god. All right. So this is the Octa Sniper stage. That's if you kind of, I don't know, take your time with, they really lock onto you and start ruining your day. That was a bit scary. That's all I have to say. I was just in a bit of struggle town. Okay. Okay. Gotta ignore him. Okay, so yeah, these snipers, they lock onto you. They have a very strong attack, but granted it's very slow, it's easy to dodge. And they are no different when it comes to enemies not liking grenades. If you throw a grenade at one, he'll completely ignore you. Okay. Alright, so I need to set myself up behind this barricade here. I need to ink this surface. Perfect. Alright, here we go. So this is the final gauntlet of snipers. It definitely looks a lot more intimidating than it is. But having said that, maybe we'll throw for content, I don't know. Like when I say the AI in this game is dumb, I mean it's like really dumb. That was pretty good though. And so now we're at the end of World 4, and I can start breathing easy. Now, for anyone that saw the Mega Man X7 run about an hour or so ago, you might see a familiar face in this next episode, in this next boss fight. Let's see who it could be. Okay. That's right. It is none other than the runner's microphone. So now we've got to fight the microphone. Should be easy peasy. All you do is blast away the front tooth. When it smiles at you, blast away the remaining teeth, throw a grenade, get back up close to it, shoot the tentacle, rinse and repeat. For some reason, even though World 4 is the hardest world, the boss is the easiest boss in the game. So once again, the Blue Yeti mic dives under, we shoot its front tooth to swim through, shoot these teeth, throw a grenade in, swim closer, shoot the tentacle, done. And one more. This time he has gold teeth. Once again, swim right up to it, shoot through the front tooth. Aim up a tiny bit, shoot the remaining teeth, throw a grenade in. Done. And that's World 4 completed. You know what? I think I might have a drink now, actually. I keep forgetting to do that. Oops. I have to remember... I have to remember that you can accidentally jump over the scroll. So I nearly had a bad time there. Right. Here we go, the final stages. World 5. And I'm starting to think that maybe World 5 isn't actually easier than World 4. Maybe it's just that I've had more practice because I did any percent for so long. But regardless, I tend to have a much better time with World 5. And we'll walk through why that is very shortly. The worst part about World 5 is that in order to even enter, you have to do 3 squid jumps. So it's like the hardest thing for me to even do. So thanks World 5 for making my life difficult. I appreciate it. There's squid jump number 1. There's squid jump number 2. There's squid jump number 3. And now I want to sleep. I just want to sleep and I don't want to think about this run anymore. But we still have to think about this run. And for anyone that has seen how this run goes, you know exactly what's in store for the final boss fight. And so for any of you Splatoon fans out there, I hope you really enjoy it, because honestly, the final fight is part of the reason I even like running this game in the first place. It's so good. Okay, so we have to take this route up here. I don't trust that, so I'm just going to shoot this again. Yep. Alrighty. Here we go. So once again, we're rocking the ESA colors. Game loves ESA, dude. Should have it in every marathon. Okay. And so this is the switches stage. All you gotta do is just shoot those yellow squares. Or I guess shoot the squares yellow. Oh, come on, dudes. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, alright. Let's try that again, shall we? That was my fault. I accidentally went counterclockwise instead of clockwise. I didn't think it made a difference, but it turns out it did. Alright, so let's try this again. Uh-oh. Makes so much of a difference.
Let me know when you've got a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt. Yep, okay, thank you very much. Just to make you aware, folks, as I'm sure you know, you're watching ESA Summer Online. We've currently raised over $41,000, 41,052, towards Alzheimer Funding, which is an absolutely amazing cause. Also keep in mind, we've still got an incentive to be met, and that is for the Super Mario bonus run 16 star by Simply. We're sitting on $3,776.33 out of 10,000, and we've got roughly about 12 hours for that to get that met. So please keep those donations coming in. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay. So I didn't really get to mention it just before, but I'm really happy with that sick jump I just did, which I've only done once before, and which also happened to just be on Friday. So I feel pretty good about getting that twice in a row. But basically, when I was on the top of a pillar and I needed to jump into the warp zone, I managed to do a 180 turn with the camera while still managing to, I guess, maneuver myself toward the wall. It's very hard to do with tank controls. I guess that's the only point I'm trying to make. Alright. So we shoot this one. Get on up here. We ink this trail so that it holds them off for a little bit while I ink this. Hey, buds. Go around here, shoot that guy. Have to ink this wall. And before I do anything else, I have to throw a grenade up there because there's enemies up there. And they hate me. So this stops them in their tracks. So ink the top of this platform. And the unfortunate thing about this stage is that the last bit is kind of RNG. Because we once again have these, We have these gushers, I think they call it. No, they're not called gushers. What are they called? I forgot their name. In any case, they move around in a semi-random direction. And I need to get this key from the floor up to this platform that's now in that corner. Oh, I didn't kill that guy. Oh boy, get me up. Where are we going? Alright, so yeah, this dude is in the corner. There's no way for me to climb up there to get him. Thankfully these two cooperated. Okay. Alright, that was not bad. That could have been a lot worse. Those things moving around all over the place is super awkward. Speaking of super awkward, still these next two jumps. So I have to squid jump there. Actually, no, this jump's easy. It's just a regular jump. Oh, it's not. Okay. Well, let's walk back. That was silly of me. There you go. I guess they are both awkward jumps. So the entrance to this stage is kind of foreshadowing of what is coming next, which is a bunch of sponges. Just a bunch of sponges. And as we've learned from sponges up to this point, is that if they get hit by enemy ink, they become smaller. So we're going to wait in the middle for these two. And wait for them to jump at me. Hit them both in the back. Gotta kill this guy so he doesn't kill me later. And the scroll is actually hidden just off the edge here. So, super easy to miss that one. We'll ink this wall. Okay, we got to ink Zuka again. We'll get to the end, shoot that guy. Line up this entire row of sponges. Didn't fully ink everything, but that's alright. Can I hit the thing? Nope, I sure can't. I was kind of hoping the grenade explosion would hit that so that I wouldn't have to stop and shoot at it, but alas. Uh-oh. Okay, we're safe. So here's one of the scarier parts in the game, is you're on these sponge platforms. Oh. Wait for him to shoot again. Okay. The reason why that's scary is because you can very easily just get yeeted off the stage, basically. So, super happy that didn't happen. This part's also kind of scary because the distance that this guy is away can vary depending on how fast I did the earlier section. And if he's too far away, he likes to really ruin my day. Oh. Okay, this guy can't see me anymore. Good. And drop down onto this. Now this part's okay, but it's also kind of scary. Oh, I missed. I missed again. Okay, awesome. Wait for her to shoot. Oh, she's not shooting. Okay. Take that. Where is she? Oh, there you are. Good. That could have been better, but it also could have been a lot worse. Awesome. Take a moment to catch my breath again. Let's go to the next area. Okay, so there's a thing off the edge there that I missed. So I'll have to try and get it later. But there's an ink rail I want to try and hit, which is down there. And the reason I want to hit it is so that when I go down to this stage later, it's just available for me. That's not it. It's just available for me to immediately jump on. Okay. So this is our final our Ink Striker stage, sorry. I got confused about where I was. And it just reuses the battle stage that we did earlier with the Octolings. But don't count it out though, it's still pretty hard. It's pretty hard, but it's also much easier than the Octoling one, because the snipers don't really do much. I did that wrong, but that's okay. So we want to go up here. Where's the thing? Wow, I survived. Okay. I didn't know where it was striking, so that was very scary. We'll ignore that guy. He's not important to us. And we'll give this guy the mac and cheese treatment. If we can get to him. Oh. There we go. Drop on in there. That's another zapfish. And we're nearly done. I think it's just 2, maybe 3 stages left. I think it's 2. Okay. Then I drop down to stage 26. There is one thing I actually just want to quickly shoot. Oh yeah, I got it. Okay. I didn't even see the one I was trying to shoot, but I got it. So, no complaints from me. So this is the final Octoling stage. And this stage has been very good to me, you know, over the couple of weeks I've been playing, but having just missed that first Octoling, I'm pretty sure it changes how this stage behaves, and not for the better. So let's see what happens. Okay. So we have to do a massive detour to go and get this scroll, which is all the way off the beaten track. Well, she jumped right into my hands, which is great. Don't know what that was about. Okay, we got that one too. You know what? This worked out rather well. At this point, the stage is pretty much free. Like, I'm not gonna say that it's 100% confirmed win, but very little can go wrong at this point. Very little. Very little can go wrong at this point. Okay, go up there, and on this. There you go, easy. Didn't even take damage. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it looks like we got 2 stages left. This is going pretty well. So, here's what I prepared earlier. We can now jump onto this, swim around over to stage 24. And this stage it's not hard, but it's kind of awkward. So these are the spin wheels, or the pinwheels, I guess. Half of them are, I guess, grated, so you can swim through. The other half is solid. And so you can very easily make or lose time by getting early or late cycles. Okay. Up, 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 up. Oh no, that's bad. Alright, you know what? We're just gonna ignore this guy's AI. There you go. I guess we were just having a bit of a flex. Okay, there we go. I don't know what was happening now. So we have to ink up this wall. Oh boy, I'm getting tired. Collecting the scroll in this stage is also kind of tiring. We're going to see it in just a moment. It's actually that crate that's on the left over there. But we have to jump to it from a pinwheel. Okay. I missed my footing on the jump button. That was a bit scary. There we go. Okay. Good, everything went well. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I was just about to say, because I have 2 armor, I can damage boost the next section. But now, you know what, I still will. Oh boy. Alright, I never do that. I never do that. And now you see why. Okay. So unfortunately I'm late for this cycle. But the only thing I can really do is throw a grenade in there. Oh no! No, dude, I was too early that time. So now we have to wait again. There we go. Alright, we're up to the final section. Last checkpoint. Okay, I had to do a safety landing on here. Because I didn't think I would make it. So that was a bit scary. Please kill him, thank you. Okay, good. Nice, we got the ink up there. Nice, okay. All in all, that was an okay stage. One more stage to go. This stage is very RNG heavy. Alright. So you're gonna see a similarity between pretty much every stage that I've said is RNG heavy, and it's to do with those dudes that I can't remember the name of. I know they're not gushers, but I can't think of what their name is. So we'll just call them gushers. Like, they're not spreaders, I don't know what they're... Flooders, that's what they are. They are flooders, and flooders are very RNG heavy. So the game shows you where the scroll is. It's right there on the left. Now you just have to find your way over to it. Okay, so... Where are you turning? Right? Good. So unfortunately we have to follow this dude around. Not much we can really do about it. If I went the other way, I would have gotten stuck anyway because this guy covers the entire area before changing direction. So, not much I can do about that. Okay. And it's also unfortunate that he didn't stop there either. Because if he had have stopped, I would have been able to ride him around to a different area, but alas. Anyway, the last scroll is hidden just under the launch pad to the next area. So we jump down here and get that. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Let's get out of here. Oh my goodness, I can't shoot. So once again, I can see where all of these guys are on the Wii U gamepad. And so I'm trying to bait some of them around. Seems good. Now it all depends on if I get... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, good. This could be bad. We'll see what happens. Go down here. There we go. Alright, so we got that key, so we can get here. And so now we're up the top again. Oh, and if I fall down, I have to do the entire thing again. So it's actually very important that I pace out these jumps. Oh my god. Which I'm doing a bad job of right now. Where's the sniper? This is actually a blessing in disguise though, because the sniper is who I'm after. So we can just wait for him to come to us. Awesome. Okay. Okay, one more squid jump, and the stage is over. I'll take it. I'll take it. Oh, that's so awkward. All right. Tim, if you have any donations or messages to read, I will get them in now.
Fantastic. I was just about to ask. Again, just to remind everyone, you're watching ESA Summer Online. We are raising money for Alzheimer Fonden. Please keep those donations coming in. It goes towards an incredibly important cause. And we are on $41,052. And just every small contribution helps. Remember, you can also put your donations towards our bid wars or incentives. As I mentioned earlier, we had the Edna's Fate bid war coming up, and we've also got the Anna's Fate bid war for the Immortal run, which is slightly further on as well. You can either save Anna or skip Anna. And finally, remember, also we've got our bonus run incentive to meet 16-star Super Mario 64 by Simply, and we're needing $10,000 for that, and we're on $3,776.33. So please keep those donations coming in. Back to you, Peeking.
Thank you. All right, so this is the final boss, DJ Octavio. He's just absorbed the Zapfish to use in his ultimate weapon, which is a... well, I mean, he's a DJ, so... no, it's his deck. And yeah, so the reason why I love this game so much is because this boss is unlike every other boss in the game, and it's amazing. But I am going to need quiet time for the rest of the run, just because at this point, if I die too much and I don't end up winning, it's going to cost me about 9 minutes every time, and we don't really have time for that. So this part's a bit scary. Alright. So the way this boss works is that he shoots, I guess, little missiles out the front, and then after a while he shoots one of his hands towards us, and all we have to do is shoot them back. When we've pushed him back as far as we can, he shoots this, what I like to call a disco pineapple, with Kanye glasses on it. And all we have to do is just knock that back 3 times. And then he's going to go over to the next area. Now at the moment I'm 2 minutes ahead of PB pace. So if we end up closing this run out, it is going to be a quote-unquote dance pad world record. So we'll see what happens. Alright, so we stall here for a sec to wait for this attack, which is a big blast of sound called the Killer Whale, which I thought was a cute pun. And yeah, all we're going to be doing is just smacking these hands back as much as we can. Uh-oh. Okay, good. Good. Look how close I was to the edge there. That was scary. Okay, we're in control again now. Okay, pineapple time. So, thankfully, they follow the same cycles every time. So, when he fires the pineapple, he shoots a killer whale. Then I get a free hit on the pineapple. Then he aims the killer whale. And then we get the 3rd hit on the pineapple. It starts getting a bit sketchy when we get to this point, and the cycles change depending on how fast I can push the boss back. So I'll do my best, but... ah, dang it. Oh, come on, up you go. Okay, good. All right, so we're on the good cycle, I think. Depends on if he does the pineapple. He didn't. All right, we're on the bad cycle then. And the reason why this is the bad cycle is, first of all, it takes a while. Oh wait, no, it still is the good cycle because he hasn't done the pineapple at all. All right, never mind. You know it's a good cycle when he shoots these tentacle balls. Because when he shoots these, it means he doesn't do the killer whale on the 3rd attack. He does it on the 1st. And this pineapple moves faster every time you hit it back. So you want that killer whale to be on the slowest attack so that, in my case, because I can't strafe, I can actually move out of the way. So. Now we are almost halfway through this boss fight. That's the other thing about this fight, is that it goes for ages. Okay. Just have to do a random squid jump there, because the game asks for it. Uh-oh. Okay, I've grabbed the Ingzuka. This is integral for finishing the run fast. So if I die at this point, this is going to be a much harder run. Okay. All right. Did I knock them back far enough? And also, did we get the tentacle balls? I see tentacle balls. Yeah. All right, looks like we got the bad cycle then. Unless another hand comes out. Yes, okay, we're good. So this is great, and exactly what I was saying before. I need the killer whale to come out on the slowest attack so that I can dodge it. Just like that. See how much easier that is when you're not dodging anything? Right, now chat, I know you've just been sitting and watching for the majority of this run so far, but now I need your help, okay? I want you to spam any dance emote you have. Get your dittos, get your sour please. This is jam time, and this is the final part of the boss now. Alright, let's go. Okay, I'm gonna play it safe here and actually just stand back a sec. Okay. Okay. Nearly there, chat. Nearly there. Okay. All right, here we go. Time for the final pineapple phase. Okay. So I actually go all the way back here just so I have enough reaction time. And then finally we get the Ingzuka, and with one fell swoop, time. I actually forgot to say time. But yeah, there you go. That was time coming up. I was too focused on the fight, dude. My bad. But just like that.
That was brilliant. Well done.
But yeah, just like that. That is Splatoon All Scrolls with Knockback DJ Octavio and Save the Great Zapfish. Hope you guys enjoyed the run.
Thank you very much indeed, PeekingBoo. That was an absolutely fantastic run. I must say, every time we see you doing your dance pad runs, they're absolutely fantastic. I hope everybody really enjoyed that as much as I did. Could you, I'll give you your time here. Could you confirm whether or not that was a PB?
Yeah,
It
sure.
was 1:46.27.
Yeah, I got 1:46.26 on my end, so that's a PB by 2.5 minutes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. What's the So there's another thing that I forgot to mention as well, is that I've been grinding to try and not be last on the leaderboard, because most of the games I play are not. I usually don't end up last because there's a lot of people playing them. But for Splatoon, especially All Scrolls, I've been at the very bottom of the leaderboard for the entirety ever since I've run it, and I'm getting really close. And so I'm curious whether this actually made it or not. I guess I won't know unless I look later, but if I'm no longer last on the leaderboard, I'm going to drop a $50 donation. But since I PB'd, I'm going to drop a $25 donation. So it's either going to be 25 or 50. We'll confirm it afterwards. And if anyone wants to join me in that pledge of dropping a $25 PB donation, then now's a perfect chance. So yeah. But yeah, thank you guys for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here. And stay tuned for the next runs. And yeah, keep donating. Thank you guys.
Thank you very much indeed, PeekingBoo. Okay, we're just going to go for a quick intermission and we'll be back very shortly. So stay with us, folks.
Right. All right. Am I free to go offline now?